Welcome to Case International. I'm FIKISHA CUMBO, and we are here at the world-famous Apollo Theater with the magnificent performers, Black UHURU. Our guests today are the two reunited members of Black UHURU, and they are...
I'm Carl Dennis. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
I'm Dan Carlos. It's great to be here.
Now tell me about your getting back together again.
Well, it all begins in 1987 when we did a concert in which Junior Reid, the lead singer for Black UHURU at that time, couldn't get in because of a visa problem in immigration. And, you know, I was on the show as a solo act, Garth was on the show as a solo act, and, you know, while Junior Reid having problem, you know, the promoter asked us to come together because he know that we were the original, the founding members, you know. So he asked us to come together and do a thing for him to save the show. So we did, you know, and it went great.
What year were you together?
We first started in the early 70s. And we did about 3-4 songs, and the group becoming active for a while, and Dan and myself went on to do different things, and that's where the trio of Michael Rose and Puma Jones duck began.
Yes, we really miss Puma because she was the first sound that I heard when I first, you know, like cut into Black UHURU. That was, I think, when Sly and Robbie were with the group. Do you still work with Sly and Robbie?
Yes, sometimes.
What do you think of the new music that's coming out of Jamaica these days?
Well, for that I'd say great, but I don't like the idea of the world is trying to mix the two. You know, there's so much room for rap music, DJ music, and singers. For instance, in our Grammy, you have people like Third World, Wailing Soul, Jimmy Cliff, Steel Pulse competing with people like Shabba Ranks. That shouldn't be so, because in America it doesn't have Luther Vandross and name it, Ice-T competing with MC Hammer or Smokey Robinson or Patti LaBelle. You understand? So they need to look into how they deal with the reggae Grammy.
That's an interesting concept. I hadn't heard that expressed before. What do you feel about the people who are who are the producers behind this bombardment of ragamuffin and dancehall reggae that we're getting out now?
Well, they just need to get more information about the music and about, you know, the status of the music, and, you know, present it properly. You know.
Some of them really love it, but some of the producers are definitely hustlers. You know, they don't know nothing about the music, just have some money to, you understand me?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
What does the name Black UHURU mean?
Freedom. Freedom. UHURU means freedom. It's a Swahili word.
So it means
Black freedom.
Black freedom.
Yeah, freedom is for everyone, but the word black is in front of the word UHURU, so it's Black freedom.
Tell me about the new album, Mystical Truths. I think it's a wonderful album, but I want to get your impressions before I tell you what mine are and ask you some questions about it.
Well, in my opinion, this album is something new, and what we're trying to do is reach out to a lot of younger people or more people that we never reached before, right? All the followers have been following us for 22 years, plus the fresh kids. So this album will have a variety, a beat on it, you know?
It is a song and it for everyone, you know?
Because I'm getting the impression here, when I hear this album, although I love it, but I'm not getting a real rockers, reggae, hard driving kind of feel, you know, and I want to know what about your direction at this point.
Well, if you listen bassline, you can't tell me that isn't a hard driving. Living in the city, you know, that's very hard driving.
That's very hard driving.
You know, you've got a lot of hard driving songs.
That's why I said this album is reaching right across the board to everyone. That's why I said something like this is a variety, a groove on this particular album, you know.
I think this is a wonderful album. In fact, I think think this album is going to be your top-selling album. If you get the correct promotion here, I think this album will really make the new Black Uhuru group, you know, receive a Grammy. Didn't you receive one Grammy already?
I've been nominated ever since after that. And what happened, as we say, promotion. This is what the reggae music really needed. No, make no sense you're signing an artist and they deliver album and hit the road with no promotion. It's like the group is just promoting the album off their own merit, you know. This is what you really need to go over the whole package, you know.
So what happens in Jamaica now? Well, I know they have a new, or maybe it's not so new, it might be a year or so old, of this new radio station, IRFM. Do you guys get a play on that?
Yeah, IRFM played us very regularly.
Okay. Now, what about, are you playing Sunsplash as well?
Well, sometimes it's hard to tell. Most of the time, during the time of Sunsplash is like, we just always happen to be on the road or just getting off the road. So sometimes Sunsplash is just you know.
You know, I think we'll be on the road for Sunsplash this year too. You know, during this Sunsplash, we'll be in Europe.
But I'm talking about Sunsplash in Jamaica.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We won't. I don't think we'll be there because
Sunsplash is Sunsplash is usually during June, July, and by that time, most of the time we're always in Europe or something, you know.
You know, Black Uhuru is always known for a certain sound. I mean, when Michael Rose was singing and then when Junior Reid came out, they sort of followed that same kind of sound in the voice. What's the story behind this? Who's going to tell me that?
Well, you know, right now I can't even say about Junior Reid or Michael Rose still, but you know, what I'm saying is, you know, we are here to lift Black Uhuru in a higher dimension, you know, a different style, you know, not the one same pattern every time, you know. If you listen to the album that we've done, you know, it's varied, you know, different style, you know.
Yeah, with the experience, 3 different individuals, Dr. Simpson, Dan Callis and myself. I can see Black Uhuru going as far as possible, you know, with 3 different experiences coming together. There's a lot of music to come.
So now, how long have you been back together again? Tell me again, I forgot.
Well, officially since 1989. That's the first time we did a tour in Europe. And then we made an album now after that in 1990.
And it was called?
No.
Now?
Yeah, Black Uhuru Now.
Uh-huh. And that's the only one you've done since this latest one? You just done 2 since you've been together?
After Now, we did Iron Storm.
Yes, that's the one I heard so much about. You had a lot of press on that particular one.
Yeah, we even did a video with Ice-T from that album, Tip of the Iceberg. Yeah.
That was my next question about how you feel about the connection of reggae and hip-hop. Of course, I already know, but you can tell me again.
The connection, well, I feel I say it's great because the more people reggae can meet is the better for everyone, you know. So I feel good about that.
Yeah, and then it's music, you know, and music is music, you know. It doesn't matter. We listen to any music and we love every music.
So what did this hip-hop reggae tune with Ice-T do? Did it sell a lot of records, or, you know, what did it come out with?
Well, due to the controversy that was, you know, with Ice-T, you know, it never really, you know.
It didn't do anything because
what really happened, as Dan was saying, is like that particular video came out just at the time as there was down on Ice-T with this song Cop Killer, so, you know.
So are you going to do it again? Are you going to try another another hip-hop artist?
Well, we're not certain still, you know, we don't know as yet still, but, you know, there's room for everything differently within the music fields, you know, because, you know, we always improvise, you know.
Tell me about Rastafari.
Means love, you know, and unity, harmony. It's from your heart, you know, it's from your heart, you know. If you feel like you're a person that's full of love, then you're a Rasta.
What are the driving force behind Rasta?
The driving force behind Rastafari is His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. We know that His Majesty is the 225th dynasty of Solomon and Sheba, coming from the biblical days, from the line of King David, King Solomon.
So now what?
Majesty represent Christ in his kingly character to us in this time.
Now, about there's land, I'm told, in Africa, in Ethiopia, that has been designated for Rastafari by the emperor. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Sashamari. Yeah, Sashamari, that's the place.
Do you know anyone, or have you made plans to at least visit that place or to move yourselves? Because I understand one of the goals of Rastafari is to go back home again.
Yeah, repatriation is a must, but we don't plan, we just move, with the time. When just the time is right, then we move, but right now we're out here really doing our works for Jah, so, we don't really have any plan to really go and settle one place until everything is settled and the people are free in the world,
As Marcus Garvey said, the world is I and I home until Africa is free. The world is our home until Africa is free.
How do you see your message facilitating this freedom? Because your songs are very, very message-oriented.
Well, we love to say the message is in the music, and whosoever will may come.
Is that a ditto here?
It's just reality,
Yeah. So you live in Jamaica?
Yeah.
And you want to tell me something else?
No, just getting close.
Tell me something about Yard.
Huh?
Tell me something about Yard that makes you know that you love it and you won't leave it until you go back home again.
Well, that's home for us, and the tropical climate and the good water and everything, everything. We get everything there fresh, so.
It's an ex-paradise, It's like home away from home. We're from Kingston.
Oh, you're from big time city? Okay, great. What we're going to do is we're going to play some of your performance here at the Apollo, and we're also going to play your video. Hopefully that is finished edited by the time we get ready to go to post-production on our show. And I want to thank you again, Don Carlos, am I right?
It's a pleasure, yeah.
And God.
Yeah, keep up the good works.
Okay. All right, we're going to go back into the studio here and go into some music by the Black UHURU.